Are you looking for the best Vitamix blenders? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best blenders on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Vitamix E310 Explorian Blender. The Vitamix E310 Explorian Blender was the smallest model included in our test but is not the smallest Vitamix blender on the market. It comes with a 48-ounce capacity blender jar compared to the other models with 64-ounce blender jars, but this model was still able to perform the same tests with comparable performance. At a fraction of the price of other models we tested, this is also a great introductory model or nice for those who often blend smaller batches. This model features a manual dial with 10 settings and a pulse switch useful for coarsely chopping. In our tests, we were particularly impressed with the margaritas that it produced. They were silky smooth and creamy with great texture and absolutely no grit from the sugar. If you would like to make peanut butter with this model, you'll have to utilize the included tamper and it won't be as creamy as the other models we tested, but that might be a pro if you're a chunky peanut butter lover. This blender has fewer horsepower compared to other Vitamix models, 2.0 instead of 2.2, and the blender jar also has shorter blades, 3 inches instead of 4 inches. But we were able to make use of the tamper to get things moving when necessary. At number 2. Vitamix Professional Series 750 Blender. The Vitamix Professional Series 750 Blender has a manual blender interface with 5 presets: smoothie, frozen dessert, soup, puree, and self-cleaning. It has 10 speeds on the dial and a useful pulse switch. While most of the other models we tested had a 4-foot power cord, this one is 6 feet, helpful if your outlet choices are limited. We put the commercial-grade 2.2 peak horsepower motor to the test and were able to blend tough ingredients like kale into a creamy strawberry smoothie and 3 cups of ice cubes into a silky smooth margarita with 0 grit. This model was able to grind peanut butter without the help of the included tamper, but it was unable to grind peanut butter as smoothly as other models we tested. Milkshakes were nice and frothy with a creamy body. At number 3. Vitamix A2500 Ascent Series Smart Blender. The Vitamix A2500 Ascent Series Smart Blender belongs to the same Vitamix series as our best overall pick. It features 3 presets: smoothie, frozen dessert, hot soup, and 10 speeds, all located on a dial, unlike the A3500 which has buttons above the dial for presets. Not to forget, this model also comes with a 10-year full warranty and pairs with any of Vitamix's self-detect products. We love that you can utilize this model smoothie preset designed to blend frozen ingredients, or you can choose your own speed and time for the blending process. In our tests, this model produced a kale and strawberry smoothie that was thick and creamy with 0 flecks of kale left behind. And if you like adding nut butter to your smoothie, this model produced smooth peanut butter with a good consistency and body and only a tiny bit of leftover grit from the peanuts. At number 4. Vitamix 5300 Blender. While the Vitamix 5300 Blender isn't the cheapest Vitamix model on the market, it is $250 less than our top performing pick. And it still gives you great features and performance for the price. This model features an on-off switch located underneath the front of the appliance that glows when it is on, a dial with 10 different speeds, a pulse switch, and a 7-year warranty for additional peace of mind. In our tests, this model blended up a creamy smoothie with 0 flecks of kale and only a few small pieces of frozen strawberry remaining. What really stood out to us was the stellar margarita it produced with a silky smooth and velvety consistency that went completely through a sieve with absolutely no grit from the sugar that was used in the recipe. This model also created a very smooth peanut butter, but the friction from the blade caused it to heat up more than any other blender we tested, giving the nut butter some small pockets of peanut oil and a slightly bitter flavor. While this blender does not have a clean function, you can still blend it on high with soap and water to loosen tough ingredients before you hand wash the rest. At number 5. Vitamix A3500 Ascent Series Smart Blender. Not only was the Vitamix A3500 Ascent Series Smart Blender the best tested Vitamix in our testing, but it features a touch interface, 5 program settings, a programmable timer, variable speed, and a pulse switch. This blender also pairs with all of Vitamix's self-detect containers, which will recognize the cup and automatically adjust blend settings for its size. In our tests, this model produced the best tasting kale and strawberry smoothie that completely went through a sieve without any flecks of kale or pieces of strawberry remaining. Milkshakes were creamy, frothy, and had great body. Homemade peanut butter was silky smooth without any peanut chunks remaining, and margaritas were restaurant quality with a super fluffy consistency. Overall, we were very impressed with this blender's ability to break down even the toughest of ingredients. If you wanted to make a personal margarita or milkshake, you could also purchase the self-detect blending cup for this model. In our tests, we did find it a little difficult at first to position the cup on the blending base and for it to be detected. This blender was loud while grinding tough ingredients, don't make peanut butter while someone is sleeping, and the self-cleaning function with soap and water wasn't a complete match for sticky nut butter. You will still have to scrub it down additionally after this function, though it does help a little. But the overall results are unmatched by the other models we tested. Throw in a 10-year warranty and you've got extra security that you will get years of great use out of this blender.